Okay, so I spend a lot of time online. Lisa, I know you spend quite a bit of time on the web. It's just become a way of life for so many people.
Thing is, it can be so easy sometimes to forget about the dangers that lurk online, particularly hackers who are after your personal information. That's why governments all over the world have come up with a few ideas to keep our web surfing habits safe. For instance, the Obama administration wants private companies to be more open with the government about cyber threats. The hope is that if more companies work with federal agencies, then it'll be easier to fight hackers as a team. But there are questions regarding privacy, such as how much data will companies share with the government to stop cybercrime. The United Kingdom is also trying to crack down on cybersecurity. One proposal calls for banning encrypted messaging apps such as Snapchat and Apple's iMessage service. The goal? To tap into chatting services to monitor possible terrorist communications. The government can't do that when apps use secure encryption. However, some tech companies are not on board, saying if there's a hole, hackers can exploit it.
So there's protection from apps, but there's also apps that protect. As a matter of fact, colleges are using a new app to help make students safer. Every year, there are hundreds of sexual assaults and violent attacks on college campuses. That's where the free app, The Guardian, comes in with an emergency button that triggers an alarm at the campus police station. The program immediately tells officers who the student is and where they are.
We get the entire pedigree of the person. So we'll get their name, we have a photo of what they look like, and then the map here triangulates the location of the phone.
Another feature on the app allows students to set a timer when walking alone on campus. If the student doesn't make it to their destination in a certain amount of time, it notifies the police and the student's friends.
I have night classes, so I'm walking around campus like around 10:30, 10:45 at night.
How often?
The app also allows students to send police anonymous tips through text. You can read more about that app on our website, WBOC.com. All you have to do is click on our picture right there at the top of the page.
Well, Jimmy, dangers really do lurk everywhere, even when you're doing something as simple as scrolling social media. Now imagine you're on Facebook, just scrolling through, when a notification pops up. Someone sent you a message. You open your inbox, right? And what you see leaves you shocked, and how it's handled has you fuming.
It's not a close call, it's harassment.
The photo appeared in Jessica's Facebook inbox, a picture of a man's private parts sent from the profile of a person she's never known.
I don't know him, I've never met him, I don't know where he lives, I don't even know if that's his real name or not.
Jessica reported the photo to Facebook. Facebook replied with this message reading, "We reviewed the message you reported for harassment and found it doesn't violate our community standards." A stranger's pornographic photo cleared by Facebook.
I was upset. I thought, well, what does violate your community standards?
So the photo stayed, and the user who sent it continues to have an active Facebook account.
What infuriated me more is that they said that it was okay. So I felt like it was a canned response, like nobody actually looked at my complaint. I felt like it was a canned response.
The message Facebook sent Jessica seems to fly in the face of its own policy, spelled out on its community standards page. Regarding nudity, it reads, Facebook has a strict policy against the sharing of pornographic content. After emailing Facebook, a spokesperson sent this response. As our team processes more than 1 million reports each week, we occasionally make a mistake, and we apologize. Still, Jessica says Facebook hasn't removed the photo, and the account it came from is still active.
And if you're sorry about it, then actually do something about it.
So for Jessica, it's a Facebook fail, leaving her more unsure than ever about how Facebook policies its own policies. So what about you? You know there are certain situations in life when you need to protect yourself or just need a bit of security. Jimmy, you have more on that.
Lisa, whether you're at home, at work, at an event, anywhere you go, you may feel at times like you could benefit from an extra layer of security. You just never know. So joining us today to tell us more about how you can get it are Evan Avenant, who is the CEO of U.S. Tactical American Security Consulting, or U.S. TACS, and Justin Trader, who's an investigator with U.S. TASC. Evan, one of the first lines for people defending themselves is firearms training, right?
Absolutely, especially in the home.
So, what we provide is we provide all types of firearms training, from basic pistol, NRA classes, to Delaware, Florida concealed carry, Maryland concealed carry, or rather Maryland carry, as well as tactical classes, tactical pistol, tactical rifle, tactical shotgun, movement, you name it, we do it.
So there's a lot to know.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot to know, especially in a stressful situation.
So Justin, talk about stressful situations. You guys provide real life setups. Tell me about that.
Yes, we try to simulate not only on the range but at your home or business a tough situation. You were talking about shoot, don't shoot,
right.
A judgmental situation. We teach you how to get through that and survive.
So what kind of thing would be happening at home that I'd need to be ready for?
So learning to use your home, knowing the angles, and also the legality of somebody coming in your home with a weapon and identifying that.
Right.
And using your home to your advantage.
So a home invasion or robbery or something like that is, I'd need to know about it. I'd want to know what I was doing. Okay, so let's go outside the home. Some people can benefit from having a security detail. What kind of people would need a security detail?
Absolutely. Well, businesses, professionals, VIPs, you name it. We provide both plainclothes and uniform security services, patrol for apartment complexes, business areas, malls, outdoor and indoor venues, large venues, such as big events, and so on and so forth. So we provide every type of security solution imaginable, including close protection details for private individuals.
For an individual. So you mentioned private detective services. Like what?
Well, private detective services really, there's a large space for application. What we do is we do criminal investigative work for attorneys. We interview witnesses for cases, upcoming cases for attorneys. We also work for corporations and companies to do PI work for loss prevention, internal shrinkage. We do honesty checks with their employees to see, like for instance, we'll go in and see if the money from the purchase, extra money from the purchase, gets back to the company.
Right.
We'll try to do backdoor buys, basically buying products out of the back door from their employees. So a lot of integrity checks. For individuals, we can do investigations into fraud. We also do surveillance and so on and so forth.
Okay. All right. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Justin, Evan, appreciate you coming in today.
Thank you.
Some really good stuff to know. If you'd like to read more about U.S. Tactical American Security Consulting, all you have to do is go to WBOC.com and click on a picture right there at the top of the page. Now that your personal safety is taken care of, we can move on to your home. New federal rules go into place this year regarding water heaters. Up next on Delmarva Life, our friends from Angie's List tell us what's changing and what it means for your home. And then you're going to want to get comfy in your home as Survivor gets ready to kick off its 30th season. A little bit later on, we meet the cast. Delmarva Life. We'll be back in just a moment.